Okay. Welcome to our meeting. It's Wednesday. Believe it or not, we've got, what, 7 days to Halloween? No. Well, here's Thursday. 8 days? 9 days? My grandson's doing Cub Scout Halloween this Saturday. It's like it's going too fast. So, okay, we will start with our TOPS pledge. I will mute everyone. On here, is it here? Yes, mute all. You can unmute when you're done. Okay, TOPS pledge. I am an intelligent person. I will control my emotions, not let my emotions control me. Every time I am tempted to use food to satisfy my frustrated desires, build up my injured ego, or dull my senses, I will remember I will take off pounds sensibly. COPS pledge. I am an intelligent person. I will control my emotions, not let my emotions control me. Every time I am tempted to use food to satisfy my frustrated desires, build up my injured ego, or dull my senses, I will remember I am to be an example as I keep off pounds sensibly. You can unmute. There we go. You can tell I've been running out of ideas from the website because a lot of the activities they have or programs, you have to be in person. So I've turned to the book. I mean, a lot of things. It's like either you have to be there in person or you have to follow up the next week. It's like we don't follow up the next week because it's never the same people, or mostly some of the new. Lately, it's been the same people, but you've got your own meetings to go to. So, okay, for chapter 6, it is called Change for the Better, Enjoy the Ride. And this, one of the ladies that are in the TOPS, well, a lot of the TOPS groups, does the inspirational calendar every day from TOPS. And it said, it was talking about the vision board on page 163, and it's this chapter. A lot of, we did this program in my chapter this past week, and several long-term members have never heard of vision boards or dream boards. It's like, it's a really good tool. And this also gets me to read my book because I never really went past chapter 4, which is mindful eating, and the chapter 3 is the exchange system. So it got me to read the rest of the book. So. Okay, this is by Patricia Amborn. She's MSN. And I have no idea what it stands for, but I know it's professional. Okay, many of us spend our lives running on empty, and there she is. Good timing. Joan just got in. Wait for her. Hello, Joan. Oh, there, unmute you. There you go.
Hi.
There you go. There you go.
I'm sorry, I'm not really good with all this technical stuff.
That's okay. We all had to learn. We all had to learn. But, okay, well, since we have a couple new people, we will start introducing ourselves. Let's start with you, Molly.
3959 Drive, Ontario, Canada.
Yep. Kathy.
Kathy Conover. I'm in Cheyenne, Wyoming, number 96.
Stella.
Stella Cremains from 1771 Newark, Ohio.
Donna.
Donna Villa from Harrisburg, PA, 1347.
Terry Ann.
Hi, Tops NY, Hyde Park, 1242.
Tammy.
Hi, Tammy Snow, Troy, Limerick, Maine.
Ruth.
Ruth Morgan, 013 Springvale, Maine.
And Joan.
Joan Lark.
Whoops.
We can't hear you.
Oh, you can't?
Look, so come a little closer.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I'm from PA 0030 Warminster.
Where is that? I've never heard of that one, that town.
You know where Philadelphia is?
Yep.
About 35 miles northwest.
Okay. Okay. So I haven't visited your chapter, somebody else's.
Yeah.
Okay. We are working on chapter 6 of the real life guide today. In saying basically, imagine change for the better, enjoy the ride. Okay, the back of the cover of this chapter, it says, imagine this, you and a friend are taking a beautiful drive into the mountains to see majestic natural vistas. All of a sudden your car sputters and you realize you don't have enough gas in the tank. You're not enjoying the breathtaking scenery or anticipating the never-ending view of the top. Now you're just worried that you'll run out of gas, start rolling backwards down the mountain, cause an accident, or at best, be stuck walking 20 miles back to town. And believe it or not, I basically run out of fuel. My body's run out of fuel on a hike, about mile 8. And it's like, it's not fun. So you better have fuel. Many of us spend our lives running on empty and missing out on the beautiful moments along the way. We are so busy taking care of our homes, pets, our loved ones, and even our cars that we tend to put ourselves last. Most of us wouldn't dream of missing an oil change or leaving town without filling up the tank. But when it comes to maintaining our own health, we act like we can go on forever without any tune-ups. We're not indestructible. One of the hardest things for you to do may be to slow down or give yourself a day off once in a while, especially when you've already feel like you don't have enough time to do everything you want to do. But when you're burned out, and as you saw in my blog, I burned out, we make bad choices. We all know that losing weight is not easy. It's a long journey that requires preparation, determination, and yes, even maintenance. You can't expect to get there overnight, especially if you're driving a jalopy. So before you jump in the car and put the pedal to the metal, you need to figure out where you want to go and make sure you have a safe way to get there. Yeah, burnout. It's not fun. It is so not fun. So you don't ever want to get there. Moderation is the key. You just got to keep telling yourself that. Moderation. Okay, chart your course. You wouldn't start off on a road trip with having no clue to where you're going. That would be silly and a waste of gas. You need a roadmap. A vision board is like a roadmap to your life. It helps you define who you are today, what you want now, and where you want to go. When you're clear and specific about what you want, you feel more in control of your life and choices. No sitting down the side of the mountain or hiking back to town. Okay, we lost somebody. Ruth, okay.
I don't even nervous do that. You seem nervous. I'm not nervous.
Okay. A vision board is a creative way. Yeah, a vision board is a creative and fun way to represent your goals. A vision board is basically a poster or collage that represents your dreams and the things that are important to you. What we did discuss in my chapter meeting on Saturday, you don't need a piece of paper. You've got a refrigerator. You got magnets. We're always putting our stuff from our grandkids and our kids on the refrigerator. Make it our dream board. Simple. You don't need a trifold. You don't need to go spend the money and have something clutter the house. And your dream board, your vision board's always changing. Just use a refrigerator or the back of a metal door, which is my front door. So you don't need actual physical paper, just flat surface. And my sister has actually gone and painted walls in chalkboard paint. So she can do stuff like that. She thought about that before it was the in thing.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did I think the lower part below the chair rail when her kids were little. And so that they could actually use the chalk on the wall, because the kids will paint the wall. Give them chalk and somewhere paint. So, okay. Okay, okay. You can cover your vision board with any pictures or phrases that will inspire you to become a healthier you. Photos of yourself that you found flattering, or pictures of people you would like to look like, who you would like to look like, keeping in mind that most of us will never again look like our 20-year-old selves or supermodels. Pictures of fun activities you like to do more often, playing with the kids, grandkids, golfing, swimming, biking, or whatever sounds fun to you. Okay, positive affirmations, don't forget that. Because we're always putting ourselves down, make those positive affirmations. We're back in. There we go. How many of you use your positive affirmations? Anybody?
There are actually, somebody did that as a program at one of our
Mhm.
meetings and gave us little vision boards.
Mhm.
And it has positive affirmations on it. And I have it on my bulletin board in the kitchen.
Good. Yes, I mean, it's even my grandson in 3rd grade Cyber School today they learned about SMART goals. Last week they learned about positive affirmations. They are big time. The schools are big time teaching them basically self-respect, or positive self-image and anti-bullying. It's like, this is just great. We didn't learn this in school. This is what wasn't taught.
Yeah.
It was okay to be bullied when I was growing up. I don't know about you, everybody else, but it's like, it's about time they're teaching this in the school.
Yeah, I don't have positive affirmations, but I do have what's called, we taught our Sea Cadets, that's a youth group I was involved with.
Right.
But we taught our Sea Cadets to have an I love me wall, so that if they came home from school or whatever and they weren't feeling so great,
Mhm.
they could look at their I love me wall. Usually, we would say, well, put it in your bedroom or whatever, and
Mhm.
put all of your certificates and your awards on that wall.
Right.
And you can look at it and say, I'm not so bad after all. I've done all this.
Right. Yes. Yes. That's awesome.
That's a great
I
idea.
like that. I really like that. I mean, we have, well, they used to call it a brag wall. It's not bragging when you have to remind yourself that you can actually do this. You know, a lot of people call it bragging, but that's, you're showing your self-worth, reminding you that you are worth something. And I like that. Thank you. I really like that. Positive affirmations they say are such as, I am doing this for me, or every day I am getting healthier and feeling more energized. Also inspiring quotes. Creating a vision board gives you the map to your weight loss journey. It helps you define what you really want to get out of it, which may not be the same as what you and others think you should be doing. And there's no wrong way to the journey. Everybody's different. I mean, what works for me might not work for everybody else. The next step is to develop an itinerary. Oh, has anybody ever done vision boards or dream boards?
Oh, yeah.
I've done several. Yeah.
We've done them as a meeting topic.
We've done, in my old chapter, we did before and after boards. We did a small trifold and did a small side by sides of our before and after, our very first one from Tops too. In most of the pictures, we were smaller than the second one, some not. But vision boards are awesome. It reminds us what we're doing it for is right. Okay, itinerary. Where do you want to go first? Each step is each stop on the trip is a goal. Review the goals you have set for yourself and change plan worksheet on page 157. That's the chapter 5. It helps you start set your goals. Write down specific measurable goals and record your progress in a journal. Will help you stay on track. SMART goals are, excuse me, and because I was just teaching my grandson this at cyber school today. So I do have a picture of their, I took a picture of the little thing they did. Where is the picture? Okay, SMART is specific and measurable, accessible. Yes, accessible. R is, what's the R? Anybody remember the R? T is time bound. R
Realistic.
is realistic. Yes. Yes. It's yes, our goals. And my grandson's like, well, because we were doing the S, specific, and for one, he can't say the word. he gets the words all, the letters all mixed up because it's like, but all those S's. But it's like, well, I don't know what do I do. It's like, well, it's like, he's like, I said, you're in Cub Scouts, right? Don't you want to have to work towards something? I don't know. It's like, okay, put him on the spot, and he can't think of it. It's like, okay, but I mean, it's got to be time bound. It's like, it can't be like in 10 years in the future. It's like, okay, what do you want to accomplish? What is the first step you have to do? It's like, finish school. It's like, yes, finish the 3rd grade. That's a goal. Finish the 3rd grade. You can be a fireman or whatever. We got to finish the 3rd grade first. So we all have goals. And it's great that they're teaching kids about goals. I love it. Okay. Remember, goals are not etched in stone. Of course, the dream board, the vision board is not etched in stone either, especially if you put it on the refrigerator with magnets. Life happens.
So
Go ahead.
with vision boards, it doesn't have to be on the wall or on your refrigerator. I was shown this. I cannot locate mine, but you can carry, this is just an ordinary notebook, with the line pages.
Right.
You can use construction paper and make your own vision board and carry it with you in your purse.
Does anybody remember the little pocket photo albums?
I had one.
The pocket photo albums. You can do that way too, because there's sleeves for the pictures, and do that way. And that's all your even the quotes and the positive affirmations and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be big at all. It just has to be something you can see and look at. Okay, and life happens, you can choose an alternate route if needed, but there's a difference between a detour and stopping altogether. And there's a thing that says, pick up a few souvenirs. The journey is its own reward, but what's a road trip without a few souvenirs? And of course, they're saying they have a working together makes everyone shine tops button here. When you celebrate a 5 or 10 pound weight loss by giving yourself something special that you value, it reminds you of where you've been and how far you've come. Pick a reward that means something to you and it fits your budget. Tickets to a game, concert, festival, a book, a Topps charm, flowers, a new fishing lure, anything small that's not food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't reward yourself with food. That's what got us in trouble in the first place.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
More plants in the house, I'm gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, I'm sure you still have some flowers left from your
Yeah,
your queening, your crowning. Okay.
Oh, I dried them.
Who?
So they're there forever now.
Very nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, don't sweat the detours. People and situations can steer us off course. Yes, emotional eating. This 2020 has gotten us off course sometimes, especially the people we love most. When you decide to make a major change, your family and friends may feel threatened because they don't see where they fit in your new lifestyle. They may put up roadblocks without even realizing it. Yes, the junk food keeps coming back in the house. Because your lifestyle changes may be scary to people in your life. Set yourself up for success by explaining the changes you plan to make and how they can support you. Using assertive phrases like, I want to eat healthy and I want to exercise, instead of phrases like, you always tempt me to eat cookies, or you never want to take a walk. I've said all those. Will keep you from getting defensive, and they will gradually come to respect your choices. But even if they don't become supportive, this is your life and you can and should choose what's best for you. Here are some non-judgmental ways you can respond when people say things that aren't helpful. And I'm sure we've all been subject to all those unhelpful questions. How is your weight loss? How much weight have you lost? You look the same to me.
Ugh.
Yes. Especially when I look in the mirror and I see the second and third chins are gone. Well, I didn't gain this weight overnight, and I won't lose it overnight. Making small changes that can I can keep up over time. So, what do you want to? Do you want to go for ice cream? Well, it will fit, but I'm not in the mood for ice cream. But how about we go out for coffee and just take a walk? That's a good one. But I've never turned down ice cream. But I try to get to this. I ask for the smallest possible one. And most of the times it's really small, but some of them, the smallest possible one is like 2 scoops. Like, okay. Third one is, I know this won't last. You can never stay on a diet. Well, you're right, but change is hard, and I'm going to keep trying to make small changes instead of getting down on myself when I slip. Nothing shuts people down faster than telling them they're right.
Yeah.
4, you're no fun anymore. Really? Because I don't remember sitting on the couch all day feeling overstuffed as very much fun. Okay. Oh, this one's a good one. Hey, you want to split some nachos? Fully loaded nachos? Well, I'm still a little full from lunch. I still feel like I can wait a few minutes until the main course comes. That would be the full course for me, the fully loaded nachos.
Yeah.
That would be a lot. And the last one, well, I hope you don't expect me to eat that awful health food you bought. In my house, you will. Just because it's different doesn't mean it's awful. You might actually like it. Okay. And then it gives you a chart for dodging detours, who, criticism, and your response. Situations can reroute your journey, but you shouldn't derail your plans altogether. If you break your leg or end up needing knee replacement, you probably won't be able to work your way up to that 1 mile nightly walk or the 5K race as quickly as you wanted, but you don't quit altogether. Yes, you just start all over. That's what I mean. When there's stumbles in the road, we just take a breath and start all over. Well, not just continue. Don't let it stop you. The hardest thing is the SMART goals. You don't ever quit. An injury, pregnancy, a family emergency, a move, or a new job. So many of life's events can throw us off track, but we don't have to stay off track. We can choose to modify our goals when our life changes, and we can choose to keep going despite any obstacles. That was not me. Any thoughts? Any thoughts on this so far?
Yeah, I've come across those friends that, you know, they say, oh,
Mhm.
just have this, just taste this.
I know. Oh, my grandson, when I was first starting, a little bite won't hurt you. It's like, but I can't stop at one bite.
Yeah.
A little bite won't hurt you. It's like,
Aren't you
mm-mm-mm.
gonna have some with me? Is what they
I
always say.
know. Or he's like putting on the spoon, take a taste, take a bite, take a bite. We have videos of him doing it, was really tiny. Take a bite. It's like, no, 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 no. No. All foods fit, but moderation, moderation. So any thoughts, any more thoughts? We've all come across those friends and family, but,
So I just reconnected with an ex-TOPS member, and
mhm.
I thought we would go for a walk. We're going out to eat instead, and I said, you know, is there anything else we can do besides going out to eat? And she says, well, this healthy choices. I'm like, yeah, but you're going to a really nice restaurant.
Yeah, you feel
the
guilty
food is
not eating.
amazing. And she says, just take it home. So we just, I was a little disappointed that she brought the food into it, I was like,
Yeah,
I
we're not
expect a
about
lot,
food. Yeah, we're not about food. We're about,
because we were walking buddies. We were walking buddies. Used to walk 3 times a day, and she was I don't know if it was the 2013 or 2014 Maine State Queen, and
Oh,
we were just
and she turned back.
walking 3
She
times
turned
a
back to
day.
food.
Yeah,
Turn back to
she
food.
did.
Yeah, well, that's her. That one. She.
But life happened.
It does. Life does happen. It does happen. But okay. This part is. Let's see how much. It's not a long chapter, so we're good. Okay. Nobody likes a backseat driver. Nobody likes the backseat driver. We don't like to be told we're doing everything wrong. Anybody have that? Being told you're doing everything wrong? Sometimes we can become our own backseat drivers.
Yeah.
Yep. When we become critical of ourselves and our behavior. So how many is their own backseat driver? Let's be honest, ladies. Absolutely, we are our own worst enemy. Why second guess yourself with thoughts like, I shouldn't have had that cookie or second helping, or the whole gallon of ice cream, or I totally blew it this week. I wish I had more willpower. It's like it's a stumble on the road. So you messed up. Tomorrow's another day.
That's the beauty of TOPS. So
Yes.
start over the next day.
Yeah. Just so you stumbled. Plan some stumbles.
Yeah, I've actually had conversations with some of our members where they say, well, I blew it at lunch. I might as well just, eat whatever I want for dinner. And I'm like, no. You have to think of it as every meal is another start. It's a new start.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely, exactly. And they don't realize it. So, yeah, and I've thought that way too. It's like, okay, I blew it. Might as well have the whole thing, but no. You have to, you can still be on track. So you're over on calories that day, or over on exchanges that day. So what? Just rein it in. And that's the hard part. You got to train yourself to rein it in. Okay. You may believe that you don't say a lot of negative things to yourself, but the next time you feel lousy or lose your motivation, or the next time you feel overwhelmed or defeated, remember this. You feel how you think because your mind believes what you tell it. Mind over matter. What have you been telling yourself that has you so discouraged? Over the next week, try this. And there is a chart in here. It says write positive messages to yourself, and that's a good idea to have. Every time you have a negative thought about yourself or belittle yourself in front of others, Jessica, I'm trying to do my. She just drank from my measured thing. She said, she can't catch me up, please. Hunter did that to me. She stepped in a pile of water. Hush. Every time you belittle yourself in front of others, put a penny in a jar. You may be surprised how full that jar becomes in a week. You can also write down each negative thought in your journal. When you do, ask yourself, would I say that to someone else? Or what message am I sending others when I talk about myself this way? Awareness is the first step. By listening carefully to what your mind is telling you, you can replace your negative thinking and with something positive. Positive affirmations can keep the backseat driver in your head from ruining your trip. Why don't you tell yourself that you can be successful? You can, you can, and your friends at TOPS know you can too. And it says it has blanks for 8 of them. Write positive messages to yourself, your positive affirmations. That's a good thing. I'm trying to tell myself as I do these chapters in my meetings, I need to do them, but best laid plans, life interferes. Okay, this one says, time for a tune-up. Some of us have more mileage than others. Yeah, I have much more mileage. And no matter what the odometer reads or your age number reads, we all need regular pit stops if we don't want to be stuck on the side of the road. When's the last time you stopped to look at how balanced your life was? Are you pursuing your goals or somebody else's? Are the things you're doing every day the things you want to be doing? Are you heading in the right direction? Are you sabotaging yourself? I've done it. Have you? Anybody else sabotaged yourself? Be honest. We all have. Yes.
Yes.
I love it with I have the virtual background. And all of a sudden, you just see a head pop.
Hello.
Take a few minutes to do personal. And they have the in this chapter. What page is it? On 168, they have you can do tune-ups for activities for a tune-up, which is, and it lists affirmations also. You can tune up your attitude by telling yourself, I'm doing this for me. No matter what happened yesterday, today's a new day. I like that one. I'm doing this. I'm going to make this a wonderful day. My body deserves respect. I can change my habits. If it's to be, it's up to me. I'm the umph in triumph. That I like. I always feel better after I take a walk. I'm worth it. And it asks you to make some of your own. Okay. Creative visualizations. I got a glare here. Creative visualization is a lot like daydreaming. Athletes use this trick to psych themselves up for success, imagining themselves making the big play, scoring the touchdown, or hitting the ball out of the park before they even step on the field. In the same way, you can daydream about your own trip to weight loss success. Imagine how great you'll look and feel in the new outfit you bought off the rack. Or imagine getting back into an outfit you have in the back of your closet that you want to wear again. I've done it just this year. 20-year-old dress. I loved it.
Right now.
Yes, absolutely.
I have been searching for a pair of pants, and I cannot find a pair of pants. I think that the stores have not been getting items in, and they're just selling what they had.
Right.
There's nothing out there.
It's the same everywhere. They're rerouting their resources to ship stuff that are the necessary stuff.
but I have always
Someday.
had trouble finding.
Well, I have
Oh,
my the ladies in my chapter, they don't buy new clothes, they either make them or go to the secondhand store. Everybody's cleaning
Yeah.
their closets out. You're gonna find lots of stuff because they were stuck at home. All they
Mhm.
had to do was clean
Mhm.
and declutter. And the Goodwill up the street from me had to close down their donation center because they were full.
Yeah.
I've never seen that happen.
Yeah.
It's like,
Happened
wow.
up
So
here.
go to secondhand stores. And I'm sure the yard sales are starting back up again. They are here. Okay. 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 Imagine getting easily in and out of your car and settling in your seat on the plane with room to spare. That happened. It's like, yes, it doesn't hurt to get out of the car anymore. Imagine chasing your kids or grandkids around the playground without getting winded or falling on the ground and able to get up. That was a good one. That felt really good. Imagine enjoying the foods you love without guilt, because we're not about guilt. Imagine the sense of pride you'll feel earning your COPS status. Create a vivid and detailed picture in your mind of exactly what you would feel, see, smell, and hear will make your creative visualization more powerful. It will seem more real to you. Imagine yourself overcoming all obstacles, responding to criticism with confidence and grace, and staying true to yourself. Imagine all of this happening right now. So what do you think about that? Does anybody, I know we do vision boards. Does anybody do the creative visualization just in your head? Imagining stuff? Do all those daydreams?
Yeah.
Anybody? Yeah.
Yeah, but they're just, I don't think of them as creative visualizations. I just think of them as daydreams.
Right.
But
Same thing. Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's like, or you ask yourself, I wonder what it'll be like if, or when. Don't do if, just when. Don't sabotage yourself and do the if statements. Do the when statements. Okay. Enjoy the scenery. Stay in the moment. Don't be the tourist who runs out of gas halfway up the mountain. Don't spend so much time looking at the map that you'll never see out the window. Give yourself permission to pull over to scenic turnout, get out of the car, and just be in the moment. Know that you occasionally deserve a break. Yes, after the burnout, 3 days, big break, lots of sleep. Don't wait until you run out of gas, which is what I did. Schedule some time for a nap, a walk, or a special treat. And then instead of feeling guilty, just savor it. Yes. Yeah, I've learned the benefits of moderation in everything. Okay, bottom line. You're in the driver's seat. This is your life. This is your weight loss journey. If you're lucky, you have other traveling companions, but in the end, where you go and how you get there is mostly up to you. Sure, there'll be some twists and turns in the road, but you can map it out the best route for you. What you think, how you treat yourself, how you eat, how often you exercise, and how you set your goals are choices that you and you alone are responsible for making. And why shouldn't it be this way? No one knows you like you. You are the best judge of your thoughts, feelings, passions, dreams, and desires, which together make the best compass of all. Enjoy the ride. And there's things that they have you do here as a chapter or by yourself. Create a vision board, plan 2 or 3 responses you can use for certain people who may unknowingly try to sabotage you. For 1 week, put 1 penny in a jar every time you're a negative thought. Write down 5 or 10 things that you like about yourself and focus on those. In your TOPS chapter or by yourself, you can discuss, or with a friend, you can discuss, do role playing about sweating the detours, the penny activity, or But we did this, I think this month, it was Building Belief was one of the, or September, Building Belief is one of the Live It and Learn It. And it talks a lot about the positive affirmations. So what do you think about that? I like that chapter. It's basically a big time motivation chapter. I really like it. And I definitely think I'm going to start building. Well, my newest refrigerator, the front is not magnetic, so I'll be putting a lot of tape on it, or getting that sticky putty to put pictures up. So, hey, I'll
You
use
can
tape.
get magnets. You can get magnets. Well, you said your refrigerator is not a magnet?
No, it's a stainless steel,
that
and it's
again.
round. The stainless steel, and it's the front is rounded, so it's not magnetic. Only the sides are.
Oh.
So, I'd have to use tape, lots and lots of see-through tape, and put my vision board up. But that works.
So,
Got empty space.
congratulations on your transformation, Joanne.
Hmm.
Quite an amazing story.
Thank
And
you.
I'm wondering, all this hiking.
Mhm.
I used to hike. What do you bring on the trail?
Well,
to
you
keep
get
your
you
energy level up.
trail mix, stuff that I can eat. I mean, I've even gone up. Like I'll bring. I have plastic containers that are reusable for snacks and stuff. Divided plates. Like I brought up salads or sandwiches, but a lot of energy bars.
Yeah.
But I watch what's in them. I mean, I do kashi or non-gluten stuff, but I don't do like the chewy bars. That's just a cookie. It's really just a cookie. I mean, there's big one that Nature's Valley now has a packed energy bar. It's really, really, really good. It's sort of like something you can make in your kitchens with almond butter and nuts and seeds and stuff like that. But I keep an eye on what's in them, or I make my own stuff, or like beef sticks and cheese sticks, and just something that I know I can do quick energy, but I also need I need all that protein. So I'll do the beef sticks and the nuts and the cheese sticks. Well, if I'm not out very long, I'll do the cheese sticks, because if I'm out for all day, I have to have a cooler, and I'm not going to carry a cooler. Sorry. And every ounce weighs on your back.
And you've got your water pack too,
Right.
right?
A 2-liter one, and if I'm going to be along, I'll do extra. And I've run out of water, so I've learned to bring extra.
I want to just revisit when you were talking about family and friends sabotaging us.
Mhm.
And, it just made me think that I know back in 2011, when I made the decision, I am changing. I am going to become a healthy person.
Right.
And that involved losing weight, and I was going to join TOPS. And I was thinking about truly how hard it is for our friends and family.
Right.
They're missing the person we were. So I don't see them thinking they're trying to sabotage us. They're trying to get the old person back that we're trying to walk away from.
Right.
And how hard it is for them
Mhm.
if they're not ready to make that decision.
Right. It is. I mean, I've got a lot was you look fine. It's like I'm thinking, it's like I've seen the pictures of me when they thought I was fine. It's like I've had 3 strokes since then, so I was not fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to run upstairs because I had my group a few years ago. I usually put our scrapbooks together for our SRDs.
Right.
And we had Mardi Gras.
Nice.
And,
Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
Thank you. But I had everyone make a vision board. And so I just pulled mine out. So it was a 12 by 12, and it fits in our scrapbook.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So we all have our vision board right here in our scrapbook
Very
forever.
That
Yes.
is so cool.
Mm-hmm. And that's the perfect size for my refrigerator too.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, and then with having computers now, we can just design it on the computer and print it out, or just put it in one of our pictures that we can always see on Facebook,
Yep, yep.
or keep it private and
That's
just
it, you a cop?
print it out.
Excuse me.
You a cop?
I was.
Bros.
I'm less than 10 pounds out. And
You
oh
can do
my
it.
goodness, it's, you know, I took it off before, but it is being a bear this time.
Mm-hmm.
So-
That last 10 pounds is hard.
Kathy, I know several people that have lost their cups and gotten it back, and one of them has done it 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
yes.
it can, you can do it.
It is doable.
It is.
It is.
And we're all behind you, so.
Yeah, you can do it.
Thank
You
you.
can do it. But yeah, that last 10 pounds took me like 6 months.
Mm.
And it was hard. It was hard. Hi,
Well, this
Sharon.
is virus weight, and it just doesn't want to leave.
Yeah, it's all its fault. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. But so is anybody going to be doing a vision board this week, or before the end of the year? Or maybe that would be a good.
Would be something fun to do.
I'm thinking it would be great for the very first meeting of New Year for setting our new goals for 2021. A vision board to see,
Mm.
instead of a resolution, give ourselves a map to do it.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Mhm. And as it changes, switch out the pictures or add more positive affirmations. But yeah, it's the positive affirmations that I have problems with. I don't do them enough. But I mean, my daughter's even done them on her mirror in her bedroom with dry erase markers.
Mhm.
So it works.
So can I say
Does it?
something about sabotaging?
Yes.
Something about sabotaging. My husband has been a rock through my journey, but I used to consider him to be a to sabotage me, because he liked. Well, I was a sweetaholic, and he still likes his sweets. But I took that from him. I took the sweets out of the house, and I learned that wasn't the way to handle
Mhm.
him. You know, he needs to have his diet. I have my diet. And tonight he had cake, and I had a small coconut macaroon.
Right.
And it's like, so it's, you can have yours and I'll have mine, and
Right.
not to take it out of the house, and
Right.
because he has been a rock supporting me.
Good. But yeah, I mean, you can't always. I mean, you're. If there's more than one adult in the house, I mean, you can control what your kids eat. Yeah, I mean, they eat what we give them, but you can't control the other adults in your house. You mean they, like you said, that's his lifestyle, but you've changed yours. So you just have to have the willpower to resist his snack. And after a while, it was easy because I don't like what he eats. So it's like it's good because I still like it.
Very difficult. Very difficult because there's a chocolate coconut cake on the counter, and it's like it's that temptation is always there.
Yep, I don't make desserts anymore.
But you make new treats for yourself. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I did for like the chocolate. You can get the chocolate chunks to make cookies. I just take that I use the dark chocolate, put it in a container, and I can have 3 little chunks. And it's a fat. It means 45 calories. So if I am feeling peckish for that chocolate, I'll just take 3, and I know I can't have more than 3 because I'll eat the whole thing. So it's like
I can't.
it's lasted forever.
I can't even have that.
I would eat the whole thing. It would not last very long.
Yeah. Mhm.
So I
mean,
admire you.
it's hard. I mean, I think maybe once or twice a month I've taken some, but
Wow.
it just I keep drinking all this water and I have no room to eat any chocolate.
That's
I
what
thought there
did
was
the other
always room for
night.
chocolate.
The other night I wanted to eat everything in sight, and I said to myself, stop.
Mhm.
What are you doing? Are you hungry or are you thirsty? And
Mhm.
I
Good.
drank instead of eating. And it's
Yep.
like,
Good
yeah.
for you.
Yeah, it is good for you. But those are times though when okay, maybe I'm just thirsty, so I have like a big glass of water and I'm still
I hadn't
starving.
drank all day. So it's like, oh, wait a minute. Are you hungry? Are you thirsty?
Mhm. Yep. Like my mom always said, if you're just a little hungry, eat an apple. If you're still hungry after that, have a meal. But
Somebody once told me that,
Sharon, I
It's-
love your picture.
oh yeah,
She
What
can't hear
picture?
me. She just had a beautiful picture up.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
I just needed to blow my nose and didn't want to do it on camera.
Okay. That's okay. Go ahead, Joan.
oh, somebody once told me if you really pay attention while you're eating, you'll find the first 3 or 4 bites are absolutely delicious. And
Mhm.
by that time, your taste buds have gotten used to it and
Right.
it's not as good. So if what I think of is I like dessert. So what I get are things like the little mini Hershey's,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll have maybe 1 or 2 of them instead of having a piece of cake or something. And I forget who said it, but yes, there's always room for chocolate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
I satisfy myself that way because
Mhm.
by the time I have that 4th or 5th bite, it's not as good as it was at first. So
Mhm.
you know, that's how I satisfy myself.
We
Yep.
actually did a program on that one night. The leader brought in Hershey Kisses, and she says unwrap it, and she says I want you to take a bite and really think about what you're feeling, and then she says I want you to take a second bite, and we did, and she says now take a third bite, and is it as satisfying as the first? And it wasn't.
Mhm.
That first pop of flavor
That first
that
pop.
satisfies it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Though I would not do that anymore. I wouldn't bring food to the meeting. Even at
No.
a taste, not anymore because for one thing, too many food allergies. And if someone
Right.
is struggling with chocolate, you just gave them their crack.
Yeah, well,
You just gave them their crack. But yeah, Tops. There's no food does not have a place at Tops meetings, even for tastings. I know people like them, but it's like, because me personally, I have so many food allergies. I couldn't because we've had one because they were doing like the cauliflower thing, tasting at my chapter. It's like, I'm sorry, you know, I like breathing, so no.
Yeah. Well, we always leave the option to.
Yeah.
We had a recipe. The third Thursday of the month was always the recipe, and we would bring in the recipe cards and
Right.
a sequel. But it was always, you know, if you don't, you know, if you don't want,
I'd feel guilty.
don't feel like
People would feel guilty for
feel
not
like
tasting it.
no.
Yeah, but we've done. I think I've had chapters that actually they don't do the tasting part, but they bring in healthy recipes. And at the end of the month, they make a cookbook. They actually issued a cookbook for the chapter with the healthy recipes they collected. And it also had to be a recipe that they've actually used, not just picked from the internet.
And it was
Done
always
that.
healthy recipes. It was always healthy recipes.
Right.
You know, and that's I've got a lot of vegetable dishes that I make.
Yes, we did
because
that.
We did do that.
Yeah. This is almost, there's only so many recipes you can figure out for chicken
I'm
before it
not
gets
one
boring.
to follow a recipe. I'll screw a recipe up. I'll do a substitute for something and I'll mess it up.
Yeah, we've all done that. We've all done that. We've all done that. But anybody else? Any non-scale victories or any kind of victories? I perfected my broccoli and cheese soup. It's not healthy anymore, but there's still broccoli in it.
I have a huge non-scale victory.
Okay.
I beat kidney disease.
Awesome. That is
Absolutely.
absolutely awesome.
By taking my weight off and exercising and eating right, I never in my life imagined that I would ever hear, and I questioned the doctor. I'm like, you're telling me I don't have kidney disease? I had stage 2 kidney disease. I don't have it anymore. My kidneys are functioning normally.
That is
Yay!
definitely a victory.
Yes.
Praises.
Proud of you. That is awesome. Anybody have a no gain meeting? Any more, Donna? Any more no gain meetings?
Actually, I wasn't at the meeting last night.
Oh.
It's the first time I think I've missed since several months.
Oh, so you don't know yet?
No, so I didn't.
I had last week. I had another chapter. Had a no gain meeting. It's like, and I visited them this week. So it's like, oh, they were reading last week's minutes, and they said, oh, it was a no gain meeting. It's like, really? I've got certificates for that one. So they got a certificate for that one. But it's like they celebrated their 55th anniversary as a active chapter August 11th. Wow. So
very good.
Very good is right. Yes.
How long have your chapters been back to meetings?
June was the first. I think June was the earliest any of my chapters. But I started July 18th because I opened my own chapter. Anybody else?
June here.
June for me. A lot of my chapters still are not meeting.
I have like 2 or 3 that aren't.
Our church
back in June, it closed in August, and fingers crossed. The word is hopefully that we're going to start back up.
Okay.
So
our church closed in March,
mm-hmm.
and we didn't get back until the beginning of October.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ooh.
we went. Our first meeting, we went back, and we keep our scale in a closet in the meeting room that's
Mm-hmm.
locked. Unfortunately, it's not private. So we got back, and I don't know, nobody knows what happened, but we set everything up and the scale zeroed out and everybody was so happy. And, you know, we all had our masks on and we had our little line 6 feet apart for the people. And the first person got on the scale and it didn't go off 0. The scale was broken.
No.
We had to buy a new scale.
Oh.
So, but during the shutdown, when we couldn't get into the church, what we did was we had an unofficial weigh-in. Everybody did it at home and called or texted the weight recorder, and she kept track. And we had a no gain meeting then.
Nice.
We had one, but we did have one.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I had a lot of chapters that did that. They did informal weigh-ins, but then I also had chapters that totally shut down and went incommunicado the entire time.
Yeah.
Didn't talk to
Does
anybody.
everybody have a scale? I know there's some in our group that do not have a scale during this.
Some chapters, I in fact, I bought another scale because I wasn't going to rely on my scale. I got a Bluetooth one that was more accurate because my Weight Watchers was not. I would step on it 3 times and give me 3 different weights.
Yeah, we had one member that went out and bought one.
Yep.
I bought a new one also.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fun. But wait, I had one chapter that called me. Well, we voted not to open back up until January. I said, how many cops do you have? 5. You know, they realized that they have to get their weigh-ins in. Oh, you forgot about that. 5. But so they started up this week, and all 5 were below goal.
Good.
So we're good.
Just to give people an idea of what contributes to their weight gain.
Mm-hmm.
We had one woman who she was really afraid to go out. She's you know, and she lost 30.5 pounds between March and October.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
And a lot of the losses were, you know, well, people aren't having the parties now, you know.
Yes, and not eating out.
Yeah, we celebrated the anniversaries and the birthdays on Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you still had that support group going.
Yeah.
A lot of chapters didn't,
Yeah.
and they're coming back with a 30, 40, 50-pound gain as a chapter because they shut down totally.
Yeah.
They got rid of the support system that we all need to keep the journey going.
Yeah. Most of my group had gains.
Yeah, very few of ours did.
Hard not to have that accountability.
Right, the accountability, that's why I started all these meetings, because I discovered if I don't have that accountability, I'm going to eat myself sick.
Well, that's
And I
why,
would.
that's why I asked to join, even though I'm not in your region.
Yeah, anybody can join.
you.
You can
Thank
share
you so
the
much
links.
for the invite.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the invite, because, you know, this has really been support.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I can post it on my areas pages and the state pages, but anybody, you can share the links. If you have the links, share them, but do not put them on Facebook.
Shared it tonight.
Right,
I just shared it tonight, and she says I have it, but I'm afraid to use it, so I'm gonna work on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We still have a couple members that are refusing to come back because they're afraid.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, we have disinfectant out.
Right.
We wipe down the scale between each person, but there are some people they're immunocompromised and they're just.
Well, that's what one of my chapters did something about that. The leaders Zooms to the person that is immunocompromised in their house. So she is at the meeting, but she's at her house.
Oh.
If it's unanimous, everybody has to agree before you can do a virtual meeting at your meeting, because it is private.
Right. Right.
So, I mean, if they all agree, you can, if someone can't come in because of their, like, if they have COVID, and not COVID, COPD, because,
Yeah.
I mean, I would not let them go out to the meeting. If they have COPD, it's not worth it. You know, just give them a call. But you can Zoom it as long as everyone is agreeable, just like having a child in as a member of your chapter. It has to be, you all have to agree with it.
Yeah, we would try that, but we don't have internet access at the church.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Or you could call. Can you do video calls on your phones? It's still a video call, but as long as you all
I don't know.
agree and not record it.
I don't know.
Because
We
my
could
phone,
probably-
if
We
you have
could
a smartphone,
probably just put have somebody call the person and put them on speakerphone.
Yeah. As long as everybody agrees, because it is
That's
private.
an idea.
Mhm.
That's an idea.
That way she still has her support.
Yeah.
You agree, Sharon? It's blowing
I
up.
love that picture.
Okay, I know. I like your haircut there.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. Yeah, as long as everyone agrees.
Yeah, because one of our cops has a 90-year-old husband who gets chemotherapy.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no way she can afford to bring anything into that.
Correct. Absolutely. Well, we have at the chapter I was at today, they are looking into one of their 90-some-odd-year-old COPS members becoming privileged because she does not feel safe coming back to meetings, but she wants to keep her status and her membership.
Mhm.
So they're looking into making her privileged so she doesn't have to come in and still
Oh, okay.
stay COPS.
Okay.
So they're working on the paperwork now.
We have a 90-year-old that, when we were, she was okay coming so long as we were in the big hall.
Right.
But one night they couldn't do the big hall, so we were put back in the smaller room, and she says, "I'm sorry, I'm not staying."
Right.
So we understood that.
Right.
Even 91 years old, you've got to be safe.
Yep.
Yes, you do. Yeah, my mom's 93 and she stays home. I mean, stay safe.
She's been in that chapter forever. She's been in that chapter forever. I hate to see, I mean, she's been doing marvelous. She was the state queen last year. She's been doing, she didn't have a scale during COVID, and she went to the doctor. She says, "Oh, I gained 3 pounds."
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, I've never believed in having a scale at the house. She says, "I've always had that accountability with TOPS, but she did go out and get a scale, and she does very well."
That's good. That's very good. That's very good. But yeah, to me, I mean, I don't always step on the scale, but I know I've gained weight by the way my pants fit.
Sure.
You just know.
I gain weight by the way my body feels.
Right.
I just,
Mhm.
you talk
Yeah, you just
about
know.
bloating from eating certain foods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You just know you're heavier.
Right. Like I had,
on that scale.
I took my grandson out to a restaurant and we both had subs and I did great. I didn't have any oil or anything, but it was the nitrates, the salty. My hands are so swollen. My feet are so swollen. It's like, I'm going to go for 3 of these bottles of water today because I got to flush all that salt out of my system. Mm-hmm.
Can relate to that salt situation.
It's like, I mean, I'm drinking all this water and my hands are swollen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else? We're all back to chapter, right? Everybody's back to chapter? Awesome.
No.
That's
I
right.
mean,
You
we're still
stalled
doing-
again.
That's right.
We're
yeah.
still doing the once a month meetings at a member's house. We do have our official scale, but we are meeting at her house because our church is not letting us in
Right.
until January at the earliest.
Right.
But they said that because it's the official scale,
Right.
it counts as an official meeting. So
Correct.
we're getting, we went in August, we went twice in September, once in October, or no, I'm sorry. Yeah. This is October, and then we'll have 1 in November, and then 2 before the end of the year. So
Yeah. Yeah. If you weigh in, it's a meeting. Whether you have a program or not, weigh in.
well, that's
a
the thing
meeting
too.
is-
We haven't actually been having programs. It's been more of a meet and greet. Hey, how you doing? Which was fine the first time, but it's like kind of want a little bit something. So your meetings have been absolutely excellent, and I thank you for that. And I did share the link, but it seems like no one wants to join in. But I'm like, I'm going to join that woman in Pennsylvania because she's got an awesome meeting.
Oh, it helped. I mean, I started because I needed it,
Yeah.
and it
Thank
helps me
you.
too, because I have to be
Thank you.
accountable to you guys too. I got to show up. I got to open the meeting.
There's
Accountability is the best thing.
I'm sorry. Do any of you know Terry Ord? She's
Yes.
she's a retreat director.
Yes.
She has been doing a train, and if you email her, she sends out emails once a week, and they have it's a little like this. They have inspirational quotes and some cartoons and some recipes and a little of this and a little of that. So if you would like that, let me see. I have her email if you would like that.
Well, do you know how to use the chat function
On here?
Yeah, just press chat and you can print it. It'll go to everybody. Just write
Oh,
down her
okay.
email address and then we can grab it there.
Okay, chat. Come back here. Where are you? There you are. Okay.
Teacher.
You have to have patience with me.
Not a problem. That way you're not saying it on the video.
That's
Mhm.
true. That's true. Okay, it's,
She's like me.
While she's doing that, Joanne, actually, I was wondering, you posted something probably a couple weeks ago in your chapter group thing. That was a YouTube video from Tops Club Inc. about the chaos presentation.
Right, it's one of the webinars. It is
Yeah,
go into the blogs.
But how
Okay.
did you get it on YouTube? Because then I said, okay, well, let me subscribe to that YouTube channel as well. A lot easier than logging into the Tops website. How
Right.
did you get that through YouTube though, rather than on the Tops website?
Tops, I don't remember let me see what they actually is the title for the Tops YouTube channel.
I think it's Tops Clubs Inc.
Right.
I have to leave,
Okay.
so I'm going to scoot out of here. So
Okay.
see you next week.
See you next week.
Thank you.
see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so
I gotta go too, guys.
okay,
Have a
see you
good week.
later. It's not selling me. But yeah, it's I saw,
Bye-bye.
go ahead. The webinar, I was just looking at that too. You can just do go into the subscription if you're trying to find it again. Is that what you're trying to do?
Well, I went to subscribe to their YouTube channel
Right.
and it's not there. All the other videos show up,
Okay.
but not that one. So I'm like, how did you get it?
Probably because it's a webinar. If you go into the Tops, on your members area, Tops resources. Oh, on the very bottom it says for videos. It should
Mhm.
show up there. But it's
Okay,
I think
I
it was
haven't
in one of
checked
the
there yet.
blogs. Sharon, do you remember where it was? I think it was on one of the blogs it was doing. But if you go onto the Tops Facebook page, the official Tops Club Inc., it's on there. Because
Okay.
they posted it. Because they posted
Okay.
it.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm. Yeah. But otherwise, anybody else have any questions? Otherwise, I will do the never quit pledge. Today I promise I will not quit. I pledge that no matter how many ups and downs I pass through, I will continue on my journey. I pledge to make a new start today and forgive myself for my past and to stop being so critical about myself. I pledge to take control of myself, to stop making excuses and stop blaming other people and situations. I pledge to treat myself as I would my best friend because that's who I am. I pledge to stay in the race and to be a winner. So everybody, you have a great day.
You
And
too.
hopefully see you next time. Bye.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good night. Good night, everybody.
Night.